Jackson Cloud. I'm Jamin.
And I'm Casey.
And I'm Olivia.
And we're going to get it. We're still talking about weird stuff in the Bible.
Oh no.
And this one I've never done before.
Oh no.
In front of people.
Oh good.
So this will be fun.
I'm so worried.
So is this one of your aliens things?
No. This is...
No, those ones he's confident to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. Abraham once had a son named Isaac. Isaac needed a wife. And so Abraham, this part we did mention last week, Abraham was like, where's my servant? I had the wrong people in last week's episode, but we put the correction on the episode. Where's my servant? Ah, yes, there you are. Put your hand under my thigh and swear to me, which we mentioned is a biblical euphemism. More or less, put your hand upon my genitals, for you are swearing by my children about my child and his extended family. And children come from this general area. You're following the logic here. Swear with your hand under my thigh, air quotes, that you will do this. You will go find my son a wife. Okay, all right. Now we get to an interesting part of the story. And I first learned about this in the book
Wait, that wasn't the interesting part?
No. That was just the opener.
Good.
Boy.
Now we get to the interesting part, which I first learned about this in the book Murder Bears, Moonshine, and Mayhem by Luke T. Harrington, which is a rather comical book about biblical...
That sounds like such a scholarly source.
You know what? I tweeted this at him and he liked it, so I'll say it again. There is a surprising amount of scholarly work in this book that was meant to be a comedic humor book about the Bible. It's just like Christian comedy, but if you read this compared to a lot of other Christian books out there, you're like, wow, this is actually like, this engages with the biblical material and the scholars who write about it, whereas all these other books that pretend to do that don't at all. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. But servant goes out looking for the woman who will marry Abraham's son Isaac. And this is what Luke T. Harrington calls their meet cute story. Okay?
The what?
Meet cute. Have you guys not heard this word before?
What?
No.
You never heard the word meet cute? Come
Nope.
on, you're too young. You should know this. Meet cute. It's like a meet cute is a scene in which two people who will form a future romantic couple meet for the first time, usually under unusual, humorous, or cute circumstances. It's a chick flick moment, right? Meet
Okay.
cute. Okay, all right. Well, now that we've all
I don't know these things in which you speak of.
learned the lingo of her generation, let's go ahead and share their meet cute story. So here's what happens. The servant goes out, finds someone, and then we'll go to Genesis 24:61, and this is within the same chapter as to when we've swore under the thigh, okay? Then Rebekah and her young women arose and rode on the camels and followed the men. Thus the servant took Rebekah and went his way. So servant's gotten this future wife of Isaac's. Now Isaac had returned from Beer Laharoi and was dwelling in the Negeb. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field toward evening. To meditate in the field toward evening. Interesting fact about the word meditate.
I'm worried already.
This
is going to be bad.
We're using our Logos Bible software here. Let's right click on the word meditate to see further what this word means. And if we right click, we find, let's see, Bible word study. There's not much. In fact, here's one. This one just says translations are only guesswork. In other words, we have a Hebrew word here for meditate, in which even if we are looking at most translations, you might find a footnote in your Bible that's like, he went to meditate, footnote, we think. I don't know. We're just going with tradition. People have usually said meditate, so he went to meditate. When we're doing archaeological studies, we uncover ancient languages and scrolls and how they say things. And we all know that languages tend to be like connected around their time frame, right? So if you open the dictionary for English and you read at the bottom, it's like Latin, this comes from the Latin word, blah, blah, blah. Or if you're reading Spanish, there's some times where you're like, I recognize that word. You don't even need to tell me the translation. I know what it is. You're using the same roots that we do. We can see the overlapping words. So when we look at the ancient languages around the time of Hebrew, we see words that correlate to either things like to dig a pit, or
Wait, that's one word?
or excrement, or urine. These are kind of the words that we come across in other languages for this word that we don't understand. So one of the ways in which historically, now that we've done the studies, we could be reading this, is Isaac went out to take a crap in the field toward evening, or to pee in the field toward evening. You know, you're digging a pit, this is your toilet. This could be very much what he's doing, okay? And he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, there were camels coming. Not a big deal if you're meditating, kind of a big deal if you're pooping, right? Okay. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she dismounted from the camel. Let's right-click on dismounted, shall we? Let's Bible study again. Fall, collapse. These are other words that we could use instead of dismounted. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she fell off her camel. Your future husband. Oh, dear goodness. Avert your eyes, young lady. This is their meet cute story. A possibility. I understand we could go the traditional route of he went out in the field to meditate. I don't know why he had to go in the field to meditate. I don't know. You know, I don't know. But so far the story is changing in tone and could line up very easily this way. Isaac had to go out in the field to poop. And in that moment he saw camels coming. And as the camels approached, Rebekah fell off a horse. And she said to the servant, "Who is that man walking in the field to meet us?" Apparently he's pulled up his stuff. And the servant said, "It is my master." So she took her veil and covered herself, which, you know, is probably to, like, I think it could be ancient custom. I'm covering myself because I'm about to marry this man. He shouldn't see me. But also, you know, like, he was just pooping a second ago, and you're covering yourself so that possibly because anyways, our story's gone a very different route.
I am speechless from this story.
Than we originally expected. Now, possibly he wasn't pooping. It's possible he was peeing instead. Why? This is speculation from the actual scholar who found this word and has written on this. Where did our story start? Thematically, it started with pledging an oath by someone's genitals, and now the oath has been released or ended. It started with genitals, it ends with genitals. Like it's a bookend, possibly. That's speculation, but like he's like, I don't know, maybe thematically it's ending where it started. And I don't know what else to say. I just thought it was...
So are you sure this is the first time you've told this?
Did this sound very fluid? I'm just...
No, here's the thing is I've heard this before, and I'm trying to figure out if you're wrong and this isn't the first time you've said this.
I talked about it at home. Maybe I talked it around you guys.
I think it might have been on one of Alex's Bible podcasts he listened to.
Maybe that.
So,
it wasn't... I haven't
sure.
preached it in church, but I told it to Jody and she recognized it. So maybe I brought it up before. But anyways, this scene in this chick flick.
I mean, for a comedy, that would work out pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, you could see it in a chick flick. Maybe it's a bit of an ancient perspective, but maybe like a newer version.
it's more of a rom-com.
It's a rom-com. Yeah, sure. Isn't that
Probably
what a chick
starring
flick
Adam
is?
Sandler.
Most
No,
definitely.
Ryan Reynolds.
You know, I was thinking of the proposal first, you know, like maybe, but either way, true love finds itself on the toilet, falling. Cut scene, we're done. Join the Discord, link below, leave a comment. Tell your friends. Thanks,
Like
Luke
and
T.
subscribe.
Harrington. This is your fault for us sharing this. Even though someone else did the research, you brought it to our attention.